to welcome everybody to the Town of Rome Board meeting for Thursday, July 3rd, 2025 at 5 p.m. Number 2, please. Roll call from my left, please.
Evenson here.
Giardino here.
Asdell here.
Samuel Sladir.
Reppin here.
Number 3, certified posting of the meeting.
I certify that on Friday, June 27th, 2025, the agenda for the Town of Rome Board meeting for Thursday, July 3rd was posted at the Rome Town Hall at 2:30 p.m., Quick Trip LLC, 2:41 p.m., Nakusa Port Edward State Bank, 2:45 p.m., and emailed to the Wisconsin Rapids Tribune at 1:50 p.m.
Thank you. Number 4, approve the agenda. Could I get a motion, please?
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
Discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 5, please stand for a pledge of allegiance.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Number 6, citizen comments.
And we have one citizen comment card from Diana Dulge, if you want to go to the...
Okay, and there's another card, and that'll be handled during the notation on number 9. Citizen comments. During the citizen comment period of the agenda, the town board welcomes comments from any town resident, not a member of the town board, on any item not on the agenda. Please know that pursuant to state law, the board cannot engage in conversation with you, but may ask questions. The board may refer the item to staff, a standing committee, or a future board agenda for discussion and action. Each person wishing to speak will have up to 3 minutes to speak. Speakers are asked to submit a card to the clerk providing their name, address, and topic for discussion. The board will also take comment from the public on agenda items as called by the chair, but not during citizen comment. Please note that once the board begins discussion on an agenda item, no further comment will be allowed from the public on that issue. So, Diana, would you come to the...
Diana Dilge, 1308 Birdie Trail. I urge you to use legal counsel during board meetings, approve the master plan, and put it on the town website, which could have been done May 2nd, and complete the update of the 2016 comp plan pursuant to WISSTAT 66.1001 sub 4 sub B by the Plan Commission, which is the governmental body specifically named in the statute, as well as being the most viable to do the work. When you read and study the comp plan, which I'm sure you have, just as you read and studied the master plan given to you on May 1, you will see that the vision of the RTC would meet the consistency requirement of WISSTAT 66.1001 sub 3. Town council is again not here, who would have been able to refute the inaccurate and irrelevant so-called research given at the last meeting, nor to validate the information I am presenting now. We have a current comp plan. The 25-year master plan for the Rome Town Center can most certainly proceed without waiting for the update of the comp plan. The board stated it had nothing to go on to move forward with the RTC master plan. This subcommittee has been very open and available. Meetings were posted, updates were given to the Plan Commission on a regular basis. Focus groups were made. We sent out invitations to many groups, including the incoming town board after the April 1 election was completed. None of you responded. The time allotted for in-depth information and to answer your questions was left void. You failed to show. You were disrespectful to not only the members of the subcommittee, but to Patrick Brunner, as well as the residents who came to their focus groups, but were not afforded the attention they deserved. We had to use Patrick's time to you because of your failure to listen and to learn and ask questions at your focus group. We were hoping after your focus group, you would have spent your time talking with your constituents at their focus group to hear their thoughts. On May 1, when the master plan was presented to the people of Rome and this board, we were told we would only have 10 minutes. Hundreds of hours were put into this since August 24, and you gave us 10 minutes. However, we remain devoted and determined to fulfill the 20 years of vision for the RTC. A professional, concise, and where we are presentation was meticulously worked on for the June 19th board meeting. Upon our arrival, we were told we would be allowed 5 minutes, maybe 10. Our presentation was to be only 20 minutes tops. I ask you, how do we get you the information if you continuously shackle our ability to do so? Item 11 on the 19th agenda clearly showed presentation, adoption, continuation. You tabled it, referred it to CDA with no direction given. So to do what exactly? You are on the cusp of the largest and fastest growth in Rome in the last 50 years. I urge you not to squander this opportunity and to make our community and the center of Rome the best place for everyone to enjoy. I would also like to acknowledge that Supervisor Reppin was just recently appointed to the board. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Well, I have a question. Did you not see us at the meeting at the Up North Brewery? I was there.
So was I.
So was I.
So, anyway.
I can answer that.
No, you can't. No, we're not discussion. It's not discussion. I just asked you a question.
Your focus group was from 4 to 5. You were there after 5 p.m. Thank you.
I had to work, sorry.
All righty. No action contemplated except possible referral to future agenda. Number 7, information updates, meeting recaps, recent correspondence, current events, and announcements. Cheryl?
I just want to encourage everybody to visit Rome Facebook page. They have a nice long list of everything that's going to be happening this weekend.
Well, we're rolling out the military banners. We have put it out on the, Wendy put it out on the website. We put it on social media. We are getting a response. So hopefully get this thing done probably within a month, and we'll have them hanging out there. And something to be proud of for the military veterans.
What kind of response have we got so far, Vito?
Right now, it looks like, and she put it out just this week, Sue put it out this week, I think within 48 hours, we got about 20, 25 people already sending in, requests. I mean, but, like I say, it's going to be a process, because we have people, unfortunately, that don't know how to navigate through the website. So we're getting things mailed to us, and we have to help them navigate through it. I mean, because we have a group of people, myself included, that have problems on the computer.
How many flags can we put up, or banners?
I think we have, 92? Right, 92 polls.
I'd have to
Pardon me?
double check that one.
Okay, I think, but I don't know we're gonna get that much, but if we, I'm thinking it'll be a
I
win.
don't think it's 92.
That sounds
Pardon me?
high.
I don't think it's
It's too
92.
high.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Okay.
I mean, well, there's a lot of them that are in the back lots, but if you want the main
gonna
town
say
center, it's about,
50 to 60.
Okay, 50 to 60. Okay, if we start getting that much, hey, we have to kind of,
Right.
but at this point, I think we're getting a nice turnout, and I think it's something that a lot of people are really happy about, that we brought this back.
Nice.
we also will have the applications here if anybody'd like to come into town hall to get help filling out the
Right,
applications
right.
as
There's
well.
that avenue. There's several different ways trying to get people. The thing is to reach out to them, to get them out there who want to do it.
Do we have it on the town website?
Yep.
We do, we do.
We set up a special page just for
Good.
the veterans banners.
Good.
Well, the cost of the banner, Vito, do we know yet?
Yeah, it was going to be $100, of which $50 we donated to the American Legion. We got. Rich is going to kill me for butchering his last name, but Rich Pekalski.
Pitfalls.
Right. He's going to be the one printing them for us at his cost. So he's not making a dime on this. And I want to thank him for that.
Most definitely.
Mark?
Nothing.
No, I got nothing, no.
All right, it's Lake Sherwood's got a lot of things going on this weekend. This is their weekend for all their activities. They'll have the Shermont ski team there and food and all the other stuff going on. And again, the farmer's market will be in full force tomorrow, so it's going to be a busy one, but they'll be running. Okay, discuss and possible action on the following items. Number 8, discussion and possible action, approval of the June 19th, 2025 minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from June 19th, 2025.
I'll second that.
Discussion? I had one comment. There's something on there about passing lanes at Apache and 13. There will be no passing lanes there at Apache and 13.
Fixed it from the last time.
Okay, it was still showing on the minutes, on the notes on our packet, so just a reminder. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 9, discussion of possible action, transfer site options and update. I brought this one back because I was unaware of exactly what we approved. I thought we would still have open dumpsters there for the residents. I think we all agreed that we were going to do away with construction materials. And I just want to bring it up for conversation again tonight, so have at it, please. Anybody in the audience? Sir, did you want to come up and make comment?
Name is Tom Kemper. We've been on Lake Sherwood since '97. We got 8 kids. Besides myself, there's 3 of them that come up here quite regular. So what I'm asking for just a variance so we can get that 4th tag. That's all I ask.
Wait, a variance for what, Tom?
Pardon?
I missed it. What are you saying?
I'd like to get a 4th tag for that dump.
Oh, tag.
Or
A tag, that's all I need. Would like, I shouldn't say need, because then we got kids that all the time.
Okay.
And they come and go when I'm not there, wife's not there. So just a 4th tag, that's all. Thank you very much.
We've already been in conversation on how to deal with the tags coming up next year. Go ahead, we're done with that part. One of the things I suggested was we just use the tax roll and send out tags when the taxes go out. So, I mean, we don't need a license plate. We can put it on a tricycle. Doesn't matter to me, but it was just a thought. There was one thing we were talking about. I'm sorry? Tricycle. You want to know how to spell it?
Nope, I'm just letting her know something.
Oh.
We're good.
The other thing was again, bringing the conversation back to the open dumpsters. Again, the transfer sites for the residents, construction, I think just we do away with anything that conceives as construction, in my opinion, we can't do. It's killing us. That was a $180,000 cost out of the total $280,000 tippage fees we're paying. It was just a huge amount. You go in there and there's stuff in there. We know there's people coming from outside. We know there's a lot of other issues with that, but strictly leave it to household materials and items. So that's where I'm at. I'd like to see actually version number 3 where we have the dumpsters there and the open tops there just for household stuff. Do away total with the construction. So
No, we voted for number 2. Do you have it with you? Can you read it to us, please? I don't have that with me.
I'll read it with the edit that we originally
Oh, here we
agreed
go.
on. You
I
have
got
it?
it. Want me to read it, or you want it? You sure? You're assuming I can
All
read
right.
it.
So the option 2 was remove open tops, but have spring and fall drop-off items, Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend, possibly 4th of July. Other dates were open for discussion. Fee and household items will still be allowed, sofas, mattresses, chairs, tables, no construction waste. And then we had a discussion and a vote to make it once a month instead of 3 times a year.
So the open bins would be only once a month.
That's correct.
And
That's what we-
preferably on a weekend
On a
because
weekend,
of the,
right.
It'd be a full weekend. It's not one
right,
day. It'd
because
be a
of the
full weekend.
absent owners.
Right. And it could even be the entire week, to be honest with you.
Okay, so the issue then is going to be, if we opt to number 3, what is our objective? We're trying to save money, right? So if we do it the once a month and we advertise it,
but you got people they come up here on the weekends, or somebody's, if they're not here, if they're on vacation, whatever. The open tops, I mean, if you got stuff you want to get rid of, you're going to save it up for a month? I just think it's, again, we can ask the folks that are here, I mean, it doesn't make sense to go once a month, just on open tops, in my opinion. We'll still save money by getting rid of construction. That's the big killer right now, is the construction. And if it doesn't pan out, we can always change it again, but the once a month, I think, is going to be difficult. I mean, I've got stuff I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of it now. I don't want to wait a month. That's my opinion. Folks? Anybody?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're still going to save money if we did leave it open, just not save as much, right? I have a question, though, Cody, on the considered construction material. Would a screen door, I mean, people come up there on a weekend, they could replace a screen door, would that be considered a?
Technically, yes, that is construction material.
Okay.
You gotta draw, you gotta draw a
I know,
line, because
I know.
then you don't want the guys sitting there, well, it's this, or, you gotta draw a line. Construction is construction.
Okay.
2x4 is construction. Of course, you can sell those. But it's, household is one thing, construction is something else. I mean, that's what's killing us. Well, can we bring the toilet? Well, no. And we got the 21s right there, it's not that far. I've been down there, dumped concrete and other things off down there, but
Yeah, I was just curious. Yeah.
How do we address this gentleman that spoke? He's got 8 kids and he's got 4 that come up quite frequently during the summer. I'm guessing he's asking for a 4th tag for garbage, just garbage.
Yeah, oh, God, yes.
how can we control that? We were originally looking at 2 tags.
Yep, I understand.
And just mail them out. We want to mail them out with the taxes, so you don't have to come in and fill out. We don't need license plate, we don't need any of that, but,
We got 13 or 14 grandkids this weekend. So
yeah. I don't have an answer for that, to be honest with you right now. I don't. It's something I guess we could chew on,
Can
but,
I just stop next week and pick it up?
what's that?
I didn't hear.
He wants to pick up the tag next week.
4th tag.
4th tag, we haven't made any decisions on that yet, so we got to chew on it a little bit. I don't know. What do you think? How do you handle
I
it?
think
If you do for one, you got to do for all.
yeah,
You run into those issues.
we're hanging out 3 right now per household.
2. I thought 2 or
Three.
3.
3.
Okay.
I'm a little hard of hearing.
Oh,
Just a suggestion.
yeah. John, Jeremy, you know
Is
better.
that you, Jeremy?
Hey,
That's
yeah,
Jeremy.
How are you?
there's going to be.
Name and,
Oh, sorry. Jeremy Schmidt, 824 Manchester Court.
there you go.
Just a suggestion, since I 100% hear what you guys are saying is offer to one, offer to all. But there are going to be a lot of homes who only use 2,
Yeah.
asking for one of their third.
Yeah, I don't. Well. We're gonna get caught. Then what happens? I'm a legal person.
Well, that's not, I mean.
I know.
Donna Hasdell, 241 Penhurst. I guess 2 questions. First of all, talking about all your grandkids and all that, are you usually there as well?
Pardon?
Are you usually there as well?
I'm our president is in Utah. I spend a third, half of the time over here, but sometimes no.
Okay. And then the other thing is, if you were only going to do it once a month, would there be a concern where you say, well, people are just going to pile stuff up and then bring it all? Are you then going to have that once a month, people have stocked up, now they're going to be lined up for that one weekend to bring everything in? So are you going to be backed up onto Apache?
They take that material down to Adams?
Yes.
Absolutely. So the one of the
Sign up, take it to Adams.
one of the options you have, if you were to do once a month, you may get more folks to take their larger items down to county, which would lessen the amount that we're taking in regardless. It's always an option. If they don't want it sitting around, they could take it down. If
Again, we kind of got an earful last week from some folks about not having the open tops there on a regular basis, so those are the folks that are speaking out there, so.
understood.
Got a question. The contractors that have keys for in the week when it's locked, is there control over those?
Contractors do not have keys.
The one old gate is down
Yes.
on off days.
The one on the east side, the one furthest to the east,
Yeah.
the gate's always open.
The only residents that are bringing in anything during off days are brush contractors.
Okay.
And as I understand it, there's only one contractor that has construction material,
Correct.
so.
What are the other cities and villages around us? What are they doing? They have open tops?
There are no surrounding communities that have open tops anymore because of the rising cost. Other communities that are like ours, like Minocqua, would be a good example. It's kind of a vacation town.
Yep.
They do not have open tops. They don't have a dump either. They have a privatized disposal area.
What do people know, those locales, what do they do then?
What was that?
the people in those locales where they don't have the open tops, what do?
Either they take their garbage home or they pay the fee to get rid of it.
See, the thing is, though, I'm thinking it's not just construction. I mean, you got somebody that, let's say, wants to throw their outdoor umbrella out, got busted up or something.
That's
You can't put that in the compactor.
That'd be household.
So there are things that people want to,
Once a month, they'd have to bring it.
I see. I'm looking at what is our objective, and our objective is to sit back and say, look, we're trying to save something, and you gave us 3 options here. If we go with number 3, we're not going to save anything.
Yeah,
It's going to be back. No, we're not.
$50,000 he's got in there. It's his estimate, right?
Well, I'm just thinking
$54,000.
it's a waste of time. Then we just scrap it all and go back to what we're doing. We're not going to save anything.
Construction material will be gone. That's
Well,
what the big cost is.
that's the only thing, Carl.
Is that the biggest one?
It is the
Construction?
biggest one.
That's the major thing we gotta get rid of. That's the biggest problem.
How many truckloads you think you're going to save if we just keep the open tops over there?
What
I mean, you said
percentage?
you got 54,000 as a
3 to
number.
4 a
here.
week.
How much?
3 to 4 a week. 3 to 4 loads a week.
3 to 4 loads a week.
And the tippage per load?
Is 118 a ton. No, it's 80 a ton.
That's quite a
80
bit.
a ton.
Mhm.
Okay, so when you bring your truck over there, we're talking you can carry a ton?
4 or 5 tons per load.
80 a ton, so, okay. Well, I mean,
54,
I
that's-
understand,
this
I
is-
understand.
These are his numbers,
Yeah.
54. And again, you go look in those dumpsters and you see, I'm sorry, you go and look in those dumpsters, you see construction, you see toilets, bathtubs, drywall's a killer, and I know concrete's getting tossed in there too, road material, you name it. We took out our steps off our hill, and those 6x6s probably were close to 200 pounds each, We took them there, but I mean, if I had to take them, I would have taken them down to the county.
And you can't compact that.
Correct.
You can't smash it down or nothing like that.
We do smash stuff down to add more, to make more room, which makes these extremely heavy. But yes, that is what we do.
Tom, go ahead.
What the city of Neenah did, they had a collection site. You can take your garbage, recyclables, leaves, branches down, but they mail every landowner a ticket, and you get 4 punches. And you use up them 4 punches, or you get a new card, but it's $100 for them 4 tickets, or for $25 after that. You get 4 free ones, but you still pay for your appliances, but you use up them tags, you gotta go buy new ones. Just a suggestion. Free for leaves, trash, junk like that, but you get 4 tags a year.
Does that include, sir? Does that include garbage? You have to use one of those,
Garbage for where?
No.
Garbage is free.
oh, okay.
He's talking about using the open dumpster.
Yeah.
Open dumpsters.
So if you got appliances or something that won't fit in the compactor. Well, I mean, like I said all along, our objective is what? We're trying to save something here.
Yeah, but,
I know-
trying to save everything all at once.
Grant to the people, but then again,
It's not just that, I mean, we're working for the people, I mean, it's.
Right.
We're still working for them. We're just trying to save some money, but you're right. I mean, everybody's paying taxes here and some paying a lot. They want
well,
that special thing, so.
well, let's look at the reaction of what happened when they tried to charge us $20 per tag.
Yeah,
Okay, we don't want to go down that route.
right.
Okay? So I'm thinking that, what do you think? When,
We can leave the open tops in and just say no construction. And there's
When
not
we do that, leave the open tops, no construction.
I was the transfer site last weekend, I think it was Sunday, Cheryl, and I went by one of the open tops, jam-packed with construction material.
Right, right.
Make them pay for it.
that creates another issue as far as the levy. So,
How many
we don't want to
load-
go down that road
How many
again.
loads are you shipping out with that open top a week?
We have 7 or 8 dumpsters out there, open tops, and they leave after the weekend, Wednesdays. So they're leaving at least twice a week at minimum.
All 7?
Yes.
Not, okay, so you
14 a week.
how much?
14 a week.
14 a week at almost $200 a load.
Oh, no, it's more than that.
More than that.
$300 a load.
$80 a ton.
Yeah, $80 a ton, you're 4 or 5 ton.
So that's 14, of which you say half of that is construction.
At least, yes.
By tonnage. It's a tough one, I mean, but
Well, you're
I
saying,
just think, trying to help the folks out.
well, if we do it like we're suggesting here, you're saying we can save half of that, about $50,000 a year?
Estimated cost, yes.
Well, I say, all right then, 50,000 is better than nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a start,
It's a start,
you know?
yeah.
Well, we'll find out once we implement this to see how much you're really gonna, if you stop
Yeah.
the people. Is someone gonna be there, to actually monitor and say, get out of here, you can't dump that stuff here?
We will do our best.
They're doing it now, actually, come in here on a Wednesday and you see the people lining up because they got turned away there, they didn't have a sticker. So
Cody?
they're getting checked now.
I want to ask, somebody told me our employees out of the how are they being treated? Honestly,
Not real great.
so how do they deal with it?
I get a lot of phone calls and talk them off the ledge. And the thing is we have 6 employees out there, part-time employees, and they're all phenomenal. They take a lot of abuse, but they are some great people. And the thing is they're polite until they are pushed. And I've let them know not to be punching bags. Be polite, step away from the situation, but they are verbally abused daily.
I'm sorry, but they shouldn't have to put up with that stuff. That conduct, unacceptable.
We've had discussions on that, and basically, they call the police, they don't have to put up with it. So. And we also,
Well, I'm thinking about, I'd like to go out there some weekend just to sit and watch what's going on. Would you object to that?
Not at all.
all right, what do we want to do here?
I just say we go with number 3,
Okay, thank you.
keep the open tops, and,
We'll test it and see what happens.
all right, so you want us to make a motion to switch it to number 3, we'll keep the open tops?
You want to select a date to start?
You
I thought we
pick
were
the
gonna do
date.
that after Labor Day,
Labor
we
Day?
said that, no?
We'll still do that then.
Yeah,
This
after
will give
Labor Day.
people, and we are gonna advertise and put up maybe a sign, say, so the construction people have ample time.
Yeah, we want to give them time.
One other thing I want to kind of put in there, we did suggest this, but I don't know if we put this in play. Anybody that's getting a permit to do any kind of work, are we going to require them to have a dumpster? That to me is standard, that would be,
For new construction, Vito,
well,
I
any
agree.
construction, any, I
have
think
an
that
ordinance?
should be mandated.
You would have to have an
You would have, yeah, we'd have to have an ordinance. I'll have to talk to Vinnie on that and see what
Okay,
we can and can't do.
I think we need, if we're gonna implement this, then we gotta sit back and from the very get-go, when you get a permit, then you gotta say, well, you gotta get yourself a dumpster.
Yeah.
So there's no misunderstanding whatsoever. Guys doing your roof, you got the dumpster right there, or whatever. So that's, A comes before B. We have to make sure that they have a dumpster, and we're not gonna have a problem coming in there, and you guys have, words, because you're gonna turn them out.
I'll call Vinnie and see what,
All right, can we,
what's
all
necessary in
right.
that.
So
I'll
I
take care of
think
it.
that should be added into that.
I agree.
That's going to have to be an ordinance change.
Yep.
Right, then we'll just make it an ordinance. What do people
That'll
do
be
it, right?
that'll be a separate case.
That'd be separate, yeah.
Make your motion on what you want to do today.
Yeah.
All right, then I say, let's do this motion, let's do, number 3. Whatever, should I read it? Do I have to go through the whole 9 yards and
No,
read it?
just make a motion to approve number 3.
Okay, number 3 is the one, we'll have the open dumpsters.
Yes.
And effective after Labor Day, then we're gonna stop all construction material. But question that again, we're gonna have to define what construction is, because Tim asked you, what is a door?
Some people may just question some things like
Yeah,
that.
but what you may consider construction, I
Right.
may not consider construction.
Right. That's, I think if you just spell it out on the
It has to be
website.
spelled out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have to know.
Yeah,
They're not gonna come to the dump and say, well, that's not construction.
right.
So we have to spell it out.
We can do that.
I'll second the motion.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Number 10, discussion of possible action, solar farm update. The comment period ended on June 27th. I sent in 2 comments. Who knows what they're going to do with it. I just got another notice about transmission lines coming into the area. I'm going to send those on to our attorney that's working with us on the solar and see if that applies to us. That might be another way to slow things down. I don't know if we have any effect on that or not, or if it's even going to be in our area, but I got the notice. So I will check with them and see if that's just another avenue for us. I'm still open for suggestions, and I do want to meet, maybe if Mark and I can get up to University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point, and talk to their environmental department, earth science, whatever, and
go
start
on.
just see if we can help them out with doing some research in our area, especially in the 2,000 acres or so, and see what kind of endangered species might be there. I'm waiting for a list back from the Fish and Wildlife. They've got a whole host of things in there. I talked to Heather Gayton. She's working down at the county. She suggested looking for a thing called lupines. She got a project stopped because she found lupines on the site, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife came in and just nixed it right then and there. So the DNR is a little more lenient on things. Lupine? Just Lupine.
Lupines?
Yeah, it's a plant. But anyway, DNR, I've seen notices where they've more or less said, yeah, go ahead and, if you got to do away with a few endangered species, go ahead and do it. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife, they have no exceptions. So it might be an avenue for us.
What has happened with our letter for the request for them to come down here and see it?
I put that in my letter about having them come here for a meeting with the people. I believe they have to have an open meeting, and it might be down there, but that'll be down the road.
Madison?
Madison, yeah. I'm also going to talk to Scott Krug, because he's on our side on this one. I haven't heard anything from Teston, but we'll see if Scott can get anything going. Worst comes to worst, we can delay it, and they run out of funding. That might be an issue, because that's coming up quick, I think. So just waiting for help and ideas from anybody, too. If you got anything we can try, give us a holler. So anything else? Anybody got any other questions on solar farm? Number 11, discussion of possible action, town administrator update. Mark, you want to?
Just to let everybody know, we retain the services of Public Administration Associates to assist us in finding a town administrator. Carl, myself, Wendy, and Robbie had a Zoom meeting with them, with the president, and Sean, I don't know what Sean's last name is, but he's the one that's going to be helping us. They sent me a bunch of documents. I'm sorry, folks, that I got.
They'll be in the packet after Monday.
Yeah, I got them this morning they sent it to me yesterday. It's quite a ambitious timeline they've got set out. They're looking for us to have a approximate start date of October 20th, roughly. There's a timeline that you'll be getting. It's in the packet. There's a questionnaire, I believe, for the board and. Pardon me?
I gave it,
Yeah.
everything you sent me, they have.
Yeah. There's a questionnaire for the town board and town staff for comments that need to be sent back to public administration by, remember the date?
July 9th.
Pardon me?
July 9th, I think.
Yeah. So we need to get those questionnaires.
This questionnaire you sent us here?
Yeah.
It's in
You
the
gotta
packet
fill
that
that
I
out
left you
July
on
9th.
the counter.
It's the one you just got tonight.
Yeah. So this is all prior to them advertising then?
We're not even close to advertising yet.
Really?
No.
When do they project on putting that out there?
There's
We got a timeline.
Okay, I got it.
Looking at,
There's a timeline on there.
yeah, July 21st to the 24th. They're gonna, announcement posted on social media platforms.
Then this is the stuff that we're supposed to look at in the next page of the
When you said that these will be on them.
I wanted-
Then,
Packet, it will get added to the
Okay.
packet on Monday.
Okay.
I've already given it to her to do.
And we're supposed to take care
Um,
of it.
And everybody got the
Yeah.
whole, all the stuff you sent me today,
Okay.
tonight.
Who do we send this to?
get it to, Wendy.
And I wanted to thank Mark. He spent a lot of time on this and did a fair amount of research, getting this all up and running, but we're rolling now, so thank
Does
you.
There's a lot of people that have their hands in getting this going.
Does the board want that survey gone out to the committees?
Yeah, do you want me to send it to the
Yes.
committee chairs?
Send it to committee chairs.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We've got some discussion, we've got to figure on, or trying to decide on some type of salary that we're going to pay the town administrator. We talked about yesterday, it's going to be a nationwide search. And one of the things is the residency requirement. Do we require them to reside within the town of Rome? And I think we talked yesterday about a 30-mile radius.
Yeah, we can't require.
No, we can't.
residency, but we can offer incentives, though.
Yeah. So this is going to be a nationwide search for us. They sent, I got a survey from Sean. It was on municipalities and what they're paying town administrators. And it's ranging from 86,000 to 147,000. Our population is roughly 3,000, I'm going to say during the winter.
That's the permanent residents. Those are the ones that
You
vote.
said 86,000 too?
86,000 to 147,000.
I'm looking at the numbers here. Where did you come up with 147? I
It's on-
got that right here.
There's one in there.
There's
for
one in there.
140
Yeah.
The highest one I can see is 130.
Prairie du Sac.
Prairie du Sac.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom.
Fourth or fifth.
147. You're right. I didn't, okay.
So that's something the board has to decide on, and we've got to, I don't know when, because that's got to be part of the announcement when they advertise this position, put it together. So we are moving forward. July is going to be a busy month in the search for the town administrator.
Yes, sir.
Bruce Hepner, 847 Richmond. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do you know if all of those positions are full-time as town administrator, or do they share, have an alternate position with the town?
I can't honestly answer you that. I just got the printout. It's by a village or city name. Whether they share, I don't know.
Okay.
I have a question about the thing here. There's no legend here, so what's C and V stand for?
City, village.
Village.
Town. Legend T is guitar.
Okay, and again, this is just an update. We're
Yeah.
getting this all formalized.
Oh,
but,
that's what that is.
The big
Okay.
thing is getting that survey back.
We got to get
in
the
time.
survey back to them.
So,
Okay.
any
you
other
want
questions on that?
that- Okay, by July 9th.
Yeah. So we're moving forward. Number 12, discussion of possible action, property assessment update. I talked to our assessor the other day, Tony Robley. He's pretty much done with the assessment. The tax information will be going out on Tuesday, I believe. He said next week. So the information will be out there in time for the open book session. So that's rolling. And the issues we had with some properties have been addressed and should have an improvement there, in my opinion. Number 13, discussion only, 2025 loan borrowing update.
I just want to let the board know that Wendy and I met with Moody yesterday to review our Moody rating, go through questions about the town. It was on Tuesday. We had a very good meeting with them. They believe that our rating will either stay the same or it could be lowered. We'll get that information. Upper, yes.
Going up, not over.
Not down, yep. We will get that information on July 11th. We'll share that with the board. The next board meeting, Greg from Ellers will be here to give the presentation, and then the funding will go out for borrowing, and then we'll be able to get all that wrapped up and hopefully get the funds by the end of the month to cover the loans we did this year.
Good. So, thank you for the work. I mean, you guys did the work, and the rating should be going up, and that's a feather in your cap.
Yep.
So, thank you. Number 14, discussion and possible action, approval of resolution number 25, a resolution approving the carry forwards from 2024 to 2025.
So based on our current audit that we just finished last year, these are the numbers that the audit has identified that each department would carry over in the excess. It's very standard. We do this resolution every year, and we're just looking for a signature on this today.
Okay, and there'll be some conversation on this going into the budget.
Yes, correct.
Several of us are not in favor of carryovers unless they're deemed necessary.
Okay.
And I have questions on quite a few of these, so, but Mark, do you have any other comments on that?
I can't find my sheet now. I had quite a few questions, and bear with me because I'm new to this. I don't understand the carryovers. When I did my budget for the police department, I had my budget line item. I had so much money for the year. If I didn't spend the money, it went back to the city. I didn't get to carry anything over. I don't understand how we can carry money one year because we don't spend it over to the next year.
You're referring to the police department in general.
No, I'm
There's
just
several.
using me as an
Just
example.
because the fire department, I know they're saving for a truck.
Yep.
Police department.
We
is
understand
for
some of them.
vehicles.
There's a few that we have a question on, though.
Yeah.
So,
And the town's been doing this as long as I have known, so this,
Probably,
if we're going to
yeah.
change accounting practices, we'll have to work on that through the budget.
I just don't
Yep.
understand it, Robbie. That's why.
We could sit down and I can go through all the detail with you if you want.
the problem with those, it kind of creates a little bit, what do you call it, slush fund? And I was on a committee, I'm not going to say where or when, but they did not return money, and they were actually required by statute, any excess funds were supposed to go into next year's budget, it didn't. And they had a $200,000 operating budget, and they accumulated over $800,000 in cash. It took a while for me to get that worked down, but I mean, that's just poor management. But to me, a carryover, some are necessary, understood. You got expenses that aren't covered, and you got to carry them over, understood that. Or you order something that doesn't come in time, you carry the cash for it,
Right.
understood. But other ones, if you're not going to utilize it, and you're just carrying over, that goes into a slush fund, and that's not going to happen. So, just my opinion. So, yes, sir.
How much is the carryover?
I'm sorry.
How much is it?
It varies by department. There's one on there that says $2 million, but that's probably our reserve.
That
We
is
have
our
to carry
reserve fund.
17% reserve.
$50,000?
$2 million. I'm sorry.
We could take 50 and pay the dump.
Yeah, we can't touch that. It's unallocated, but it's not, it's part of our 17%. So there's other ones on there that we, some make sense, but other ones don't, so. But it's last year to this year, it's already done. But going forward to next year, it's going to be scrutinized, so.
I'd say it's going to be looked at, not scrutinized.
It's going to be scrutinized. You can look at it, I'm going to scrutinize it. All right, anything else on that?
Approval?
I've already signed the paper. We need,
Make a motion
resolution?
then. Should I make a motion to approve the resolution of carry forwards from 24 to 25?
Yep.
Was that already done?
Nope.
Okay. I'll second it.
Okay, discussion? Any other discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Number 15, discussion and possible action, approval of temporary Class B beer license for the Visit Rome and Adams County Chamber Movie Night on July 26, 2025 at the Band Shell in the Rome Town Center.
I'll make a motion to approve the temporary Class B beer license for the Visit Rome in Adams County chamber movie night on July 26th.
And I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 16, the board may go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute, section 19.85, sub 1, sub C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. And we're going to be discussing our zoning administrator.
Make a motion to go into closed session.
I'll second that.
Discussion? Roll call, starting from my left.
Evenson, yes?
Giardino, yes.
Haslell, yes?
Sammelstead, yes.
Reppin, yes.
We are in closed session. The board reserves the right to enter into open session authorized by Wisconsin statute section 19.85 sub 2 to possibly take action from the closed session and continue with the agenda. Can I get a
Make a motion to go back into open session.
I'll second that.
roll call from my left?
Evenson, yes.
Giardino here.
Asdale, yes.
Sam Olsted, yes.
Reppin, yes.
Okay, we're back in open session. Somebody's going to make a motion here.
I'll make a motion to authorize Chairman Hasdall and Clerk Newsom to offer the zoning administrator position to the selected candidate that was discussed.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Next agenda items.
I don't have any.
Eller's presentation?
Oh, yeah.
County Administrator.
You know what I suggested? I think we should answer the allegations that was presented to us earlier today in the next meeting.
Okay, so we'll have a discussion on RTC. Okay.
I think we,
I mean,
We can just yes or no, but
I think this board needs to discuss RTC.
I think you're right.
Putting it on there.
that's.
Pardon me?
Yeah, that's what I'm putting. Hometown Center Center.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Next meeting date and time?
July 17th at 5 PM.
Can I get a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
That-
Motion to adjourn.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.